So now that COVID is hopefully behind us, one of the things that we've seen the last few years pretty much across the country is the simple fact that the cost of pretty much everything is going up throughout the world. That's no different here in the city of Virginia Beach. And if you're anything like me, when you're deciding where to move, the cost of living is something that should be very important to you. And in this video, I'm going to go over the updated cost of living for the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And this is not only based on data, which I'm going to share with you, but also my opinion and some pointers based on living in Hampton Roads for over 25 years. Well, my name is DJ Parker. I'm a realtor in Hampton Roads. And as I've mentioned, I've lived in the area for over 25 years. So we're going to use a website called bestplaces.net. And that's where I'm going to get most of my information that you see on this video. They use an index scoring, and it's based on 0 to 100, but anything over 100 basically means it's a little more expensive to live in that location compared to the rest of the country. Obviously, anything under 100 means it's cheaper. So the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia was given an overall score of a 104.8. So as you can imagine, it's clearly a little more expensive to live in the city of Virginia Beach compared to some of the other parts of the country. But how does that compare to the overall state of Virginia? The state of Virginia was given an index of a 104.2. So what does all those stats actually mean? Well, the city of Virginia Beach is about 4.8% more expensive to live than other cities across the United States. And then, like I mentioned, when we're comparing it to the state of Virginia, it's actually about 0.6% higher than any other city in the state of Virginia. But what I want to do, I want to go dive even deeper into what actually impacts this overall index score and see where some of the overall cost that you're going to have to pay if you actually lived in the city of Virginia Beach. So the first thing we're going to look at is something that you pretty much are going to pay for every single day, regardless of where you live, and that would be just food. According to bestplaces.net, it gave the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, an overall index grade of 100.3. So it's pretty much on average with the country as far as food cost in the city of Virginia Beach. The state of Virginia was also given a pretty decent index at a 99.6. So it's pretty much on average or slightly less than the United States when it comes to overall food costs. And if you happen to serve in the military or are retired from the military, don't forget we also have the commissary system both at Little Creek and Oceana here in the city of Virginia Beach. And if you're looking to save money, and take it from me as someone who grew up in a military family, the commissary has a lot to offer when you're comparing its pricing to some of the other retailers outside of the gate. All right, so moving on into the next thing that's pretty much going to impact your pocketbook every single day, that's going to be the cost of utilities. But good news here, this is actually a little lower than the overall country average, as the city of Virginia Beach's index is a 97.1 and the state of Virginia is a 99.3. Now, as far as power goes, Dominion Virginia Power is the energy provider here in the city of Virginia Beach. What I'll do down below in the description, I'm going to place a link that lists all these utility companies just so you can use that as a resource if you are moving here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And now, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing that's going to impact your overall cost of living if you decide to live in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And this is one that no one likes talking about, and that's the overall taxes in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Good news though, if you happen to purchase a home, the overall real estate tax, which is the tax you are going to pay based on the assessed value of your house every year, is actually lower in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia than any other city in Hampton Roads. The real estate tax in Virginia Beach, Virginia is 99 cents per $100 of assessed value. To give you an idea, the city of Norfolk is $1.25 and the city of Portsmouth is $1.30. So the city of Virginia Beach is much lower than those cities and lower than any city in Hampton Roads. So we've mentioned some of the major cost of living here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'm just curious how that stacks up where you live. If you would put in the comments down below some of the comparisons depending on where you live. Also, if you were getting any value out of this video, if you could do me one big favor, please hit that like button down below That way this video goes out to many more people and I can help as many people as possible. Like I said, I'm a realtor here in Hampton Roads. If you have any questions about living in Virginia Beach or anywhere else in Hampton Roads, I want to help you, so please reach out to me. And let's go ahead and move on to some of the more higher cost items that comes with living in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And first up would be the overall transportation cost when it comes to living in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. So some good news here. According to bestplaces.net, it gave transportation an index of a 98 for the city of Virginia Beach, and the overall state of Virginia was given a 99.4. One thing I will tell you about living in the city of Virginia Beach when it comes to transportation, they do have the Hampton Roads transit system, which is a bus service that runs pretty much everywhere in the city of Virginia Beach. But just know, when you're deciding where to live in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, regardless of where you live throughout the city, traffic is definitely going to impact your commute pretty much daily. So make sure you download some podcasts and just be ready, because you are going to experience some gridlock. And let's go ahead and move on to the next cost, which is definitely the highest cost you're going to deal with, regardless of whether you're living in Virginia Beach, Virginia, or any other city in Hampton Roads or the United States, and that would be the cost of housing. So when it comes to the overall housing cost in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, unlike some of the other costs we've discussed, I don't have good news on the housing front, as according to bestplaces.net, Virginia Beach, Virginia was given an index of a 109.9, and the state of Virginia was given an index of a 112.2. So the cost of housing is certainly more expensive in the city of Virginia Beach. And to drive this point home even further, the Virginia Realtors recently published a study of how much income you would actually need to purchase a home throughout the state. So to buy a house in Hampton Roads, your household income needs to be at least $110,000 to comfortably live in the Hampton Roads area. Now, I've been talking about purchasing a house, but if you're looking at rentals in the city of Virginia Beach, unfortunately, overall, those are a little more expensive than other parts of Hampton Roads or the country. Again, we're going to look at bestplaces.net, but if you take a look, that blue bar you're looking at when it comes to each different size of housing for rentals is Virginia Beach, and as you can clearly see, Virginia Beach is more expensive than the green, which is Hampton Roads, the purple, which is Virginia, and then orange, which is the overall United States. So just know, if you're coming to live in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, you are going to pay a little more for housing costs than you would in some of the other cities in the state of Virginia or here in Hampton Roads. But if you're still considering the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, take a look at the video I did right here that shows the overall pros and cons of living in the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. And until the next time, I hope you have a great day. As always, I will see you on the next video.